Previously on Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Berchelt versus Valdez.
I'm working very hard. I seriously doubt Miguel Berchelt is working harder than me.
Estoy muy motivado por esta pelea contra Oscar Valdez.
It's a game of chess inside the ring. I'm not scared of no other fighter. I'm not scared of nothing. I was born to fight.
Yo pienso noquear a Oscar, pienso ganarle de una manera contundente.
I feel my dream, becoming a world champion, a WBC world champion, just around the corner. I can almost touch it. I can almost feel it. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win.
Para darle un venenito de alacrán que no tiene cura.
Not all struggles are created equal, and neither are all parts of the globe. There are places where for some, power is a brutal quest, based on survival of the fittest. South of the border, there is another story to be told, because out of hardship comes strength, an intense will to win, and a desire to not just survive, but conquer. A reality embodied by two prize fighters, who now ready to vie for a title with momentous stakes. For Miguel Berchelt and Oscar Valdez, a crucible 20 feet across represents far more than yards of fabric. It represents the grit of a country. A land able to withstand so much, ready to cheer on those who personify their common ideals. An iron will, the ability to endure punishment and emerge victorious. A belief that the time is now, and nothing will stand in their way. This is Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Berchelt versus Valdez. For former featherweight champion and current #1 contender Oscar Valdez, his motivation is driven by the desire to provide for more than merely himself.
Hey, ¿qué pasó, ma?
¿Qué pasó, amigo? ¿Cómo estás?
Bien, bien. ¿Ustedes?
Qué bueno. ¿Listo?
¿Yo listo? Sí, ando bien preparado.
Por favor de Dios, mi niño, por favor de Dios. No. Ahí van los triunfos.
Ando bien preparado. Le estoy metiendo muchas ganas y me voy a llevar ese título.
Yo te lo mando, amigo.
Dale, pa.
Cuídate mucho.
Vamos.
Nos vemos. Bye.
For me, the most important thing in life is family. My family's pretty big, and that's a big responsibility for myself. Sometimes it breaks my heart knowing that my grandma and my grandfather still have to work to this day. And they work in a train station, and they can get contagious very easy. So I'm just, sometimes I get worried. A lot of people might assume just because I'm a former world champion, people would think that I could provide for the whole family, but it's never enough. So it's a big motivation for me. I gotta provide for my family. If I win this fight, I know my grandmother and grandfather wouldn't have to work no more. I'll take care of them. And that's what it's all about. I know if I win, we all win. If I eat, we all eat. I know if I continue winning and being smart, I can help my family to have a better lifestyle.
At over 5,000 feet, Guadalajara offers high-altitude advantages and much more.
There's many reasons why I like Guadalajara as a training camp. I feel like I'm back home. I feel comfortable here. You got high altitude here. The high altitude really helps in fight night. The quality of the food here is very great. I have a plant-based diet, and the vegetables are here fresh, the fruits are very fresh, and I just feel I have a better nutrition here in Guadalajara.
For Team Valdez, all aspects of training camp and reaching peak condition are a united effort.
Breakfast, He just will drink some celery juice in the morning before he goes to train. And then after that, he'll come here, we'll make a salad, normally with everything, you name it. Pineapple, mushrooms, bell pepper, asparagus, carrots, spinach, some lettuce, some sweet potatoes on top, and then on the side, salmon.
For a whole year, me and Bubba went vegan. For me, I actually felt very good, felt very strong, and helped the environment a little bit. Now, we're pretty much just plant-based. Plant-based diet was better for my recovery, sleep better digestion. I would make way easier. Definitely do feel way better, healthier with this plant-based diet. Nothing in life is easy. Eating healthy is not easy, working hard is not easy, but on the long run, it's gonna be easier lifestyle. Especially for an athlete, especially for somebody from like myself, who has to make weight, who has to be always, in condition to be prepared. They say, they get that one call and say, hey, you gotta fight in 1 month, 2 months. You gotta be ready. We'll stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So that's pretty much our lifestyle right now.
Northwest of Guadalajara, Valdez's opponent, the reigning champion of their weight class, readies for his latest title defense. Yet for Miguel Berchelt, his chosen sport was not his first love.
Yo era un niño pequeño. Yo me consideraba un futbolista muy bueno. Quería ser como Carlos Vela y Miguel Sabá. Practiqué básquetbol, practiqué béisbol, practiqué karate, pero ninguno me llenó. La verdad es que pesaba 48 kilos en primero de secundaria y era muy bajito, entonces los niños de tercero y de segundo pues siempre pasaban, me empujaban, me molestaban y había uno en especial que me pegaba, ¿no? Entonces yo entré con la mentalidad de boxear, pensando que algún día ya no me iba a dejar más. Por eso empecé a boxear.
From those humble origins, Berchelt turned pro at 18, with little to his name.
Siempre lo recuerdo, me fui con 18 años, me fui con 300 pesos, me fui con una maleta, no sabía qué iba a pasar. Son muchas noches de desvelos, muchos sueños rotos, muchas noches que no comí, muchas noches que extrañé a mi familia, que extrañé a mi mamá. Y pues bueno, tuve que luchar muchísimo, me costó demasiado. Y por eso es que no he soltado ese título, porque sé todo lo que representa. Eso hace que valga la pena cuando dicen la palabra I'm still.
Still, WBC Junior Lightweight Champion.
Even today, after having been virtually unbeatable for a decade, the six-time defending champion still draws upon his earliest days for inspiration.
Pienso mucho en todo lo que me ha costado llegar hasta donde estoy, las noches que viví en un gimnasio, viví año y medio, las noches que me faltó comida, las noches que me faltaron, que no tenía dinero en mi bolsillo. Ay, güey, todo eso me saca adelante y la verdad es que no pienso retroceder. Llegué para quedarme y todavía hay mucho de Miguel Berchelt.
Even though Oscar Valdez has remained near the pinnacle of his country's boxing hierarchy ever since he first qualified for the Olympics over 12 years ago, for the former WBO featherweight champion, relaxation takes him as far away from the ring as possible.
Hola.
¿Qué tal, Oscar?
Buenas tardes.
Bienvenido, buenas tardes.
Hola, ¿cómo anda?
Bienvenido a la Casa de los Reptiles.
Mucho gusto. Y gracias por la invitación.
No, es un gusto.
Me encantan los reptiles.
Nos estaban platicando, sabemos que eres fanático.
Mira,
pues aquí no tenemos mucho, pero lo que tenemos espero que sea de tu agrado.
Unos moreletis.
Unos moreletis.
Yo también tenía, tengo dos de estos. Un poquito más grandecitos, así chiquitos también.
Sí, son bastante bonitos.
Sí, es un moreletti, un cocodrilo moreletti. So, I have one of these, a little bit bigger. These are just babies, just 3 months old.
Este es de las más dóciles.
No está fácil. This is the most docile one. It all depends on what you feed them and if you're used to handling them more often. If you pick them up every day, eventually he'll get used to you picking them up every day. If not, you know, you get stressed and maybe strike you. But if you're gonna have one of these, the ideally is to pick them up almost every day, clean them up, and you'll just kind of get used to them. Reptiles, you know, they got their own personalities. They got their own personality. Every reptile's different, so you get to learn which reptile, which snake is better than the other one. To grab, at least. Got bit once by an anaconda. It wasn't that painful, but it's scary. You think the worst. This thing could easily eat me if it wanted to. Ever since I was a kid, I was very fascinated with animals. And when I started winning as a professional, you know, money starts coming in, and I'm not a person who likes a lot of luxury, who likes, you know, fancy cars. But what I do like is a ranch lifestyle. So I bought myself a ranch in Hermosillo. So little by little, I started getting more of my animals. And the most famous animal that I have right now, which is my oldest one, is an alligator, an American alligator, which his name is Steve. Because when I was a kid, I was a big fan of Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. I've had him more than 10 years already. So you get to know him, you get to know when he's angry, when he's not, when he's comfortable. A lot of people think I'm crazy, but I know when to grab him and when to actually swim with him if I want to have some fun. There's one rule that I have in my ranch. We don't talk about boxing. We just enjoy ourselves with my animals. I disconnect myself with the world, with the reality. It's my safe zone. It's my spot where I can meditate and be with my animals and just enjoy myself.
Over 500 miles away, the man Valdez seeks to dethrone has never forgotten how he earned his belt. 11 blistering rounds against Francisco Vargas that ended with an exclamation.
Para esa pelea, mucha gente no confiaba en mí. Yo nunca había peleado más de 6 rounds. Tengo el único knockout en mi contra en un round ante un colombiano que mucha gente lo considera un don nadie. Pensaron que yo era nomás carne de cañón para Vargas y veía que mucha gente no me daba una oportunidad. Y la verdad es que eso me motivaba mucho, la verdad es que me molestaba porque decía, estas personas no me conocen, no saben lo que yo he sufrido, no saben lo que yo soy. Y dije, bueno, les voy a demostrar y como decimos aquí en México, les voy a callar la boca. No, y esa noche, 28 de enero, me coroné campeón del mundo y tapé muchas bocas.
Vamos, lado a lado, va, lado a lado. Levanta esas rodillas, levanta las rodillas.
Es como los guerreros de antaño, eso de cuando peleaban en las eras Coliseo, que se despedían de que iban a pelear y ya eran como una despedida, ¿no? Estoy muy orgulloso de él, de su persona, de su forma de ser, de su manera de, lo veo, de cómo se supera.
Ya, otra vez. Regresa, vamos, otra vez.
Para eso estamos trabajando, como ves ahorita estoy trabajando muy fuerte en la pista. Yo creo que las peleas se ganan en los entrenamientos y la verdad que estoy poniendo todo de mi parte para que sea una excelente pelea y dar un gran show esa noche.
Ambos peleadores tienen lo necesario para hacer un buen espectáculo. Los estilos parece ser que se van a acomodar y va a ser una gran exhibición.
No, yo creo que cuando ves la bandera de México en el mundo del boxeo es garantía de espectáculo. No por nada somos respetados y somos potencia mundial en boxeo. Berchelt, Valdez, espero que se queden en la historia y que vengan más.
as he readies for what is being billed as the biggest fight of his life. For Oscar Valdez, devotion to his sport has long been a fact of life, a reality that dates back to his earliest days, seeking to inspire not only for himself, but also those around him.
Ay, que laureles tan verdes, que flores tan extendidas. Si piensas...
Most of us come from a humble home. We come from a very poor neighborhood, and we know what the struggle is. So every time we step in the ring, we want to give it all because it's either all or nothing.
Ay, qué tristeza me da cuando te llenas de orgullo de veras mi corazón.
Boxing is a cruel sport. When you're winning, everything keeps on coming, fame, fortune. But once you lose, nobody remembers you. They just, no, he's a dead boxer, he's a nobody, he's a bum, he never fought nobody. So I think that's one of the reasons why everybody tries so hard to always continue winning. The winner of this fight, without a doubt, goes up to the sky. The loser stays down, has to struggle a lot more to try to climb back up to the top. And we know what the struggle is, so we don't want to be in that position. We want to continue climbing and continue chasing greatness. So this is going to be an honor for me to fight for my Mexican people, give them what they truly want, which is a real fight. Miguel Berchelt is a great fighter. There's a reason why he's a champion, WBC world champion. But this is my time. I always say in Spanish, vamos a morir en la raya. Give it all inside the ring. If we have to die inside there, let's do it. I'm taking that WBC world title.
To the northwest in the state of Sinaloa, the inhabitants of Los Mochis have long taken the title City of Champions to heart. And the reigning champion does not intend to let them down.
Yo soy el campeón por algo, ¿no? Creo que 6 veces lo han intentado y 6 veces lo he defendido con éxito. Esta es la 7ª defensa y pues bueno, sin duda va a ser una guerra.
Nosotros hemos hecho un gran entrenamiento. Berchelt es bien disciplinado, es un guerrero, tiene un gran corazón arriba y abajo del ring. Y yo creo que a pesar de que va a ser una guerra, en los últimos asaltos creo que nos vamos a favorecer con un knockout.
Creo que cuando estás arriba de un ring y hay 2 mexicanos, la sangre también azteca que tenemos por nuestras venas nos hace sacar todo de nosotros y sin duda va a ser una gran pelea y un choque de trenes.
4 rectos.
Me siento el mejor 130 del mundo, siento que puedo noquear a cualquier rival. Para eso me estoy preparando para ganar y de una forma contundente.
Me siento seguro por el entrenamiento de Berchelt, su disciplina. Vamos a hacer nuestro trabajo al golpeo y a lo que venga, ¿no? Si es en los últimos asaltos, que yo siento que Berchelt no va a sentir ni una gota de cansancio, donde va a seguir pensando round tras round y buscar el knockout.
¡Vámonos! ¡Eso es! ¡Vámonos!
Sin duda, yo quiero demostrar que soy el mejor 130 del mundo. Mucha gente considera que soy el mejor 130 y esta es una oportunidad para demostrar que soy el mejor del mundo.
¡Eso! ¡Va!
For both men, their history, their country's history, and their weapons are on a collision course.
What makes Miguel Berchelt the great champion is knockout power. Without a doubt, this is my toughest test of my career. He's a great fighter, but I consider myself a better fighter. Either he eats or I eat. I truly want that belt. He wants to defend it. I want to take it away from him. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win. Ever since I was a kid, I dreamed of becoming a WBC world champion. He has it, and you can tell he doesn't want to let it go. I've trained so hard for this moment. I think I'm hungrier than him. And this is my time to shine. This is my time to take it away from him. The lose is not an option. I cannot let him win any rounds. because I worked so hard for those moments. Each and every fight, it's all or nothing. One loss in a boxing career means a lot. One continues to go up and one stays down, almost retiring. And we don't want to retire yet. We want to continue winning. We want to continue to become one of the greatest. One of my biggest goals in life is to be in that list of the best Mexican boxers. We got Finito Lopez, Pepino Cuevas, Zaragoza, Eric Morales, Juan Manuel Marquez. You got Chavez, Salvador Sanchez. What do all these fighters have in common? They all defended their titles, they all moved in divisions, they all beat legends. And for me to get in that list, I still have a long way to go. But this is my big step right now. And to be in that list, I gotta eliminate Miguel Berchelt.
There are times when a fight is just a fight. And there are times when it is about so much more.
To be #1 in Mexico, it's the most I've been motivated. It's the most that I've been excited for this fight. I've been wanting this fight for the longest time.
Bouts that represent country and pride.
Creo que va a ser la victoria más grande de mi carrera, el demostrar que yo siempre fui mejor que él.
Belts that stand for legacy.
Estoy cerca de romper el récord de Chávez que hizo 9 y bueno, eso me motiva mucho.
And the right to be called a warrior.
Every time there's 2 Mexican fighters inside the ring, there's always fireworks.
Todos los guerreros mexicanos crean corazón, ¿no? Por eso las peleas entre mexicanos son muy vendidas.
For here, heirs aren't anointed. They are made.
Me encanta la posibilidad de enfrentar a Oscar. Voy a tener 12 rounds para poder demostrar que yo soy mejor.
Hours in the gym that turn into moments of truth inside the ring.
Either he eats or I eat. You know, I truly want that belt.
For no matter what occurs outside the arena, what stands the test of time is what happens within the ropes.
Pienso noquear a Oscar, pienso ganarle de una manera contundente. Sin duda, a mí no me va a quitar mi cinturón.
It's a game of chess inside the ring. I'm not scared of no other fighter. I'm not scared of nothing.
Vamos a ver si su quijada resiste estos golpes fuertes del campeón.
All in the quest to become the type of champion worthy of entering the pantheon of those who have come before.
Y de aquí me quiero ir a lo mejor a la categoría de peso ligero donde hay grandes nombres, donde hay grandes bolsas.
I'm not gonna let that happen. And I expect to be #1 in the world February 20th.
Live on ESPN February 20th, for Miguel Berchelt and Oscar Valdez, destiny and tradition will collide.